I'm going to talk to you about customizing a Google site using Canva so that you can make your exemplar site more your own. So I'm going to Google Sites, and I have a lot of sites. I am over the top with sites. Yours might be empty, and that's a much more normal thing. I'm going to click the plus sign in the bottom right hand corner, and then that page right above it to choose one of the templates that is already pre-filled with all of the exemplars. So when I click my grade level, and you guys are 6, 7, 8, I'll just pick grade 7. It's right in the middle. It is going to make a copy of that template and put it in your Google Drive. So if you click that 8 times, you're going to get 8 copies of the same template. Does that make sense? So you really just want to click that once, and then once it comes in, you can come up here to the name of this and like give this a more specific name. So I might call this KW for my initials, KW Exemplar 7 2002. Bless my heart. What year is it? 2020. 223. Wow. All right. Let me show you around Google Sites a little bit. Many of you've worked with it before. There's place here for you to please edit and add an introduction of yourself. The photo that you're making with Miss Gilbert is going right in here. This is talking to you about how to change your share settings for anything that you're bringing in. I would kind of keep all of this in place for now because you might need it later. Then after you've had a chance to read it, you can delete it. So let that be. If you click on pages over in the right, you'll see that there's a page built out already for each of the exemplars. So here you already have the 1, 2, 3 communicate exemplars that are specific to 7th grade. You don't even have to fill them in. It's already been done for you. So while you'll want to change the theme and customize this, a lot of the content is already here. If I'm home, I can click this hamburger up in the left-hand corner. Right now, a sidebar navigation is in place, but if you don't really like that, you can hit the settings tab. The navigation settings, it's this little gearbox up here. And you can change the mode from side to top, which gives you like a menu across the top that you might prefer. You can also click on brand image. Right now it's branded with Epic Plus from last year, and you might want to delete that. We're not really using that any longer. And if you want, you could bring in your own logo, or you could just leave that be. You could also take the word template off. It's not a template any longer. And change this to be something more specific, like I might do like Waddell exemplars, 7th grade exemplars, plus 2022, 23. It just, this is what you're going to see up in the corner. So you don't want to say template any longer. You want to be specific with your stuff. All right. If I click insert, I can bring in content blocks or any of these things that are over here on the side into my site. So that's really handy. If I click on pages, I can navigate and edit the different pages that are here. So I could click on them this way and boom, I'm at Persevere. Or I can just use the headings within the website and navigate that way. We're going to spend a moment talking about themes. While you have the ability to create a custom theme, you're welcome to explore that, but I'm just going to start by pointing out that you can change the theme of your site. And what this is going to do is kind of give you just a really different look and feel. And even within each of these themes, you can change the color palette, right? So let's say that I'm going to go with kind of this vision theme, and all of these colors, I'm like, I like the theme, but man, these colors, I'm just not feeling it. If you click the paintbrush at the end, double click, you can change the color to any color. You can either use the slider, or you can copy and paste like a hex code like a color code right down here. So I like that. I like that. I think that's really handy to be able to really get the look that you want. And I think I'm going to go with like a really pale pink for mine. I'm going to go live this life nice and pale, nice and pale. So think about these themes, choose one that you like, and see it's going to already like do that on all your pages for you, which is super slick. All right. The other thing I want to show you is how to change the image on your header. So your header is the top of your website. You're going to see it at the top of each page. You can change your header type. If you want something like a cover, which is going to take up a ton of space and be kind of almost more square, you can have a large banner, a kind of regular size banner, or you can just kind of say, no, thank you, and do a title only. I'm going to go with this size banner, and I'm going to show you how to build that out in Canva so that you can customize this a little bit. All right. If you need to hit pause and play with themes and kind of get that going before we do this Canva piece, now's the time to hit pause, and then you can come back to me. Or we're going to keep going. All right. So I'm going to open a new tab and go to canva.com. Canva is a graphic design tool. It's super strong. You can build all kinds of beautiful things in here. And I know many of you have used it extensively for graphics for class, for infographics, for logos. You can build videos in here now, presentations, all kinds of beautiful things. When you log in, I'm already auto logged in because I'm in here so much. You're just going to log in with your school Google account. So click login with Google. It probably won't even ask you to type your email. It'll say like, do you mean this you from Google? And yes, the @student.eminence.kyschools.us. Give it that email, log in. We're going to click create a design. You can click this way or you can click custom size here. Either way will be fine. But we are going to get a custom size design. So since this is like super long and skinny, we're looking at about 1,600 pixels wide and about 400 pixels tall. So real long, kind of short in height. And once we have those numbers in, we're going to create that design. And you'll see that like the page that I have to design on it's going to match the shape and size of where I'm going to place it. Now, up here, I can always edit this, right, to say what I want it to say. I can change the font. I can change the color. So I really recommend as you do this work in Canva, I would probably just make it a nice simple graphic that looks like you and then edit the text and everything inside of Sites just because your life will be simpler down the road. Right now, this is an untitled design, so let me call this my Google site banner. And you'll notice it's kind of already like, oh, it looks like you're making a banner. Oh, you happen to be a teacher, and it's kind of creepy because it's suggesting all these teacher headers for me. You might not see the same thing. So I don't need this stuff right now. That's not what I'm looking for. So I'm going to go over to Elements. And you can scroll around. You can look for things that you like. You might want to upload a picture from your computer that you want to have on your Google site. If you click more, you can also choose backgrounds, which I kind of like because usually they're nice and big and pretty. So I think I might choose one of these patterns. Ooh, these are fun. All right, see how you can kind of get lost in this and do a little shopping? Like, take your time, pick something that makes you happy. I like all of these. So just for the sake of me talking less and you doing more, I'm going to pick this one. Since it's a background, it's already going to stretch to fit what I've got, and I think that looks super cool. Now I need to download this to my computer so that I can upload it into Google Sites. To do that, I'm going to say Share. Click, click, click down to download. I've got to click download one more time, which is the purple button here. I do want it as a PNG. All of those settings were right. And now it is starting to download to my computer. I can see it down here doing its job. Those of you that are new to Macs, that action just downloaded this into your downloads folder, okay? Now, I can come back over to my Google site, and when I hover on my header, I can change the image and say, hey, I'm going to upload this. When you go to upload it, this might default to your desktop. It might default to documents. It kind of just depends on your own computer. I'm going to go to my downloads folder and pick the one that I just did, my Google site banner. You can see I've done this before. That was the last one I did. I'm going to pick this one now. I'm going to open that up and bring it in. And so now I've really kind of got something that's starting to look the way that I want it to look. There is this little remove readability adjustment. Google Sites does this little bit of magic where they're like, oh, that's kind of dark, maybe it should be lighter, or oh, that's kind of light, maybe it should be darker. So turn it on, turn it off, whatever makes you happy is going to be fine. And then when you have some things you're happy about, you can click publish, and you're going to be building on this all year. But even if you don't publish it, it's going to save your work. From there, I can kind of click that view publish site and see what I'm starting to build. And I'm happy about that. I think that looks pretty nice. I still have a lot of content to add, but at least now I have a background that makes me happy. So explore Canva. Don't forget those dimensions again when you do your custom size. They're going to be 1600 by 400 pixels, and that should give you a nice clean looking banner. All right, thanks for your attention, and email us. You can email me, Kendra Waddell, or you can email Ms. Gilbert, Jennifer Gilbert. And if you don't know our emails, you can always come to the EdHub Hub. I'm kidding. Where is it? There it is, way down here on mine. It's closer to the top on yours. And our emails are at the bottom of that. So if you just scroll to the very bottom, see, there we are. Boom, boom, boom. And we're happy to help you. All right, thanks for your time.